infinite elevation, keeping high vibrational love frequencies alive on the abundantly. Because we real G's, yes, we real G's know elevation is the way to grow exponentially, abundantly. Can you feel me? Now let's get into this. Now today, I want to talk to you guys about let's talk about how to know if he or she is the one energetic connection. Now, this is something I had to learn for myself because in this lifetime and probably other lifetimes that my soul incarnated here, I have been, I will not have, I used to choose for myself people who I thought that need me to help them improve in their life and be balanced with themselves, and I thought that I could have made that person whole within themselves by giving so much of myself to show them this, well, this is how we should, this is how we choose to live with ourselves, and being in relationships, I was always choosing to give someone myself rather than to give myself to me. So first to begin, how to know he is or she is the one is by the things that you choose to give externally, but now giving it to yourself holistically. And I had to learn to stop giving away my energy to people who didn't deserve my energy, relationships that didn't deserve my energy. And yes, every time I had to break up in a relationship, it would have been hard for me, or I would have rebounded in that relationship with somebody, in the sense that I would have taken a path that was not helpful for me, wasn't healthy for me. I would have given and given and given and given and given and given so much of me that I almost give away my whole entire self to these individuals that I was in relationships with prior to who I am now, and it is giving myself time to heal and understand myself deeply, and knowing now who I am and who I choose to engage with in my life. I can now say to each and every one of you who are channeling this beautiful energy, this God source energy, we know that we don't just pick up any relationship and go along with it and feel comfortable to just pursue anybody just like that, because why? You don't want to feel lonely, or you just want to fit in with somebody to look like you're in a relationship, or you just want to be in a space where secure now. And that in itself have its dangers, and I can tell you that personally that have its dangers, because I've been there. I've done that, and I can tell you, it is best to learn yourself, know what you like about yourself, know how you like to live with yourself, and all these things. Like me, I love a clean house, I love a clean kitchen, I love a clean bedroom, and I love a clean bathroom. I love my space to be clean, and for me to relax in it, and I need to be with somebody who is like that. My partner is like that. So, and I live those ways, I would love to wash and keep myself clean and all these different things. I love to eat clean, which means I am plant-based and my partner is also plant-based too. So, in energetic connections, you find that you have a lot of similarities now. You and the person have a lot of similarities. Even before you get together as a couple, it is wise to date each other or get to know each other. Like how I'm constantly getting to know my partner from a distance, and knowing his virtues and knowing my own and seeing how they align together now, and what we love to do in our own spaces, and you can recognize this in an energetic connection, because what happens is that the both of you will be serving the same mission, but doing it your own way now, and supporting each other in whichever way that the both of you choose to do it. Once it's the same mission, because you hold the same virtues, you talk about the same things. Communication is easy. You can share your life with this person. Just last night I was talking to him telepathically, and before I went to bed, and I was talking to him about my sex life with other men, and he was just listening, and he gave his advice, and that is something I couldn't do with somebody else. Open up myself and speak about the things that affected my life now, and I could have shared with him my deepest introverted feelings about waking up to the truth of who I am, and feeling disgusted about being with other men and what they did to me and all these different things. So, and I could have talked about that openly, freely, and not be judged about it, and we shared intimate ways of dealing with it and combating that aspect. Because let me tell you something, if you're a woman who just loves to be in one relationship, you will know that within yourself now, it is hard to just be jumping from relationship to relationship if you don't know yourself now, and that affected me in some kind of ways, because I'll tell you this, beautiful souls, I got married 3 times, and I got married 3 times just to be secure in those marriages, so that I don't have to stray, or I don't have to get somebody else, or whatever the case may be. But it proved futile, because the people I married wasn't even ready for marriage. They just married because I wanted to get married and settle down. But when it was time for that settling down and actually living a family life together, it was really problems, because they couldn't deal with the fact that I was really straightforward and authentic. I never swept anything under the rug, except for the last marriage, which I did swept everything under the rug, because of the first 2. I thought I had to change who I am and not talk about the things that affected me now. So I swept all the scum and all the disease and all the different things that he did to me under the rug, and still put him on a pedestal, but in an energetic relationship now, it is totally different. I sometimes call it old school, because back in the day, people used to, before they get involved with each other, used to know each other, and they used to come home for their parents to see your interactions and all these different things with each other, and you never used to get to go in the bedroom and all that like that, It took a while, and he had to, after dating for a consecutive period of time, he had to know whether or not he wanted this woman or this girlfriend to be his wife, and she had to know for herself whether she wanted him to be her husband. for a consecutive period of time, and the consent was only given when the male had asked the parent to marry their daughters and the parent. You see, from seeing that happening, the parent can be exclusive and say, well, I don't see you ready to marry my daughters yet. The way that I take care of my child, I don't see that in you to do that for my child. You understand? And the parent used to have the choice whether or not the daughter would marry that man, which is really good in some ways and bad in some ways, because some men can pretend to be good, and when they get what they're gonna get, they leave. So it is in deeply getting to know each other energetically, and what energetic relationships look like. Like I said early on in this video, you will know, because you can discern the energy from over a period of time, if it will change or if it will shift into another direction, and if a man or woman will stay in your life if you don't give up your sexuality to them, and if it is about sex alone, they wouldn't have the drive to go the distance to want to be in your life now, because it is only about that and not about who you are as an individual, and I choose to live my life the way I live my life now, because I can tell you, I am head over heels in love with my partner, and we have not slept with each other, we have not make love with each other, we have not we have been intimate telepathically, but not intimate physically. And I can tell you, it is the most beautiful relationship that I have. I'm free to talk about anything with him, and he doesn't judge me and I don't judge him, because I know of his relationships in the past, and I was even privy to see him kissing another woman in one of his relationships that he had, and at first it made me feel I wasn't there, and I can see the man or the character of the man behind the avatar, and for whatever reason that the relationship ended, I think they still are friends now, and I can accept that, because she knows of me too. So and it is in energetic relationships like we can see that when we belong together, when we are vibrational match together, right? Anything that happened in the past, it doesn't matter. It is what is happening in the present moment, and why we are a vibrational match now. It is the synchronicities that takes place, and the attraction, and the is one word I'm looking for here, the connection we have, and how deeply we understand with our virtues, integrity, standards, boundaries of who we are. We can discern who our partners are, who our true soulmates are, and I don't ever call that twin flames. Twin flames is a whole misconception. Twin flames is when you and the divine masculine and feminine come together in yourself. That's a twin flame. That is you being your twin flame. But a soulmate is somebody who has the same twin within the self coming together, and is now magnet of attraction the same now, because people were like, I was like early on in my journey, people were talking about twin flame, and I like, twin flames, and the more I go into it, the more I realize that it wasn't about a physical thing, it was about an internal thing, it was always about loving ourselves now, merging the divine masculine and feminine within ourselves and loving ourselves as the way our Father, Mother, God are twins in one, love themselves too now. And then the real twin, the real soulmate will show up in reality, because you are a vibrational match now. It's your feminine feeds his masculine, and his feminine feeds your masculine. You take care of each other. And when I mean masculine, I mean the avatar. I'm not talking about just the avatar, I'm talking about how we love and care for each other's space now. Our masculine space, which is movement, having a body, being intimate with each other, taking care of each other, our roles as man and woman, taking care of each other. And my feminine complements his masculine, and his feminine complements my masculine. So this is what energetic connections mean now. It really truly mean it is way deeper than all this surface thing that going on here. On this timeline, this 3D timeline is way deeper than that. You could hear your partner, you could literally hear your partner inside yourself. I hear my partner. I was telling you, I go to bed sometimes talking. We talking for hours. Well, not hours, because he was hours. We talk for minutes. It sometimes feel like hours. It really feel like hours, but it's really minutes. And we talk about any and everything. And I hear him, and he's not in my physical space as yet. But I'm soon looking forward to that. And I have no shame saying it. I'm soon looking forward to that, because it becomes more rich when we are in each other's space now, And the way you also know somebody is an energetic connection to you is that you not clingy to them. What I mean, you're not clingy. You don't want to be up underneath them 24 hours. You give them that space to be themselves, to go out, to hang out with the boys or the girls, or to have their own things that they love to do now. You're not clingy in a way that have to be everywhere with that person. No. I can leave my partner for months and just keep in communication and go traveling, and he will have any problem with me doing it, because he know I am a woman with loyalty now. I'm a very loyal woman, and he know that nobody, nothing, no space can get between the both of us. So I could leave him for months. Like, look, we are apart from each other. He lives where he lives, I live where I live, and it's years now, and we cool with each other. I have to do a lot of work on myself, and I don't know if he still have any little things to do with himself before we. So, and this is what I'll be talking about. It is having a divine masculine and feminine balance within yourself, that you come together, and I can safely say there are probably about 5% of me that is still merging my masculine and feminine energy. That's why we haven't come together. I have a little bit of work to do still, that will eventually be resolved, and then whatever, but Right now, my mission is to serve humanity, and so is his, and that is our top priority before, well, not before, that is our top priority individually now, because we came here specifically for a mission. And once that mission starts to move in the direction that it will go, then we come together so we can now be on the mission together as a united couple, and I know that's going to happen soon. I don't know when, but I know it will happen soon because I have this feeling inside. I have this feeling inside of me that it will happen soon. So, nevertheless, this is how energetic connection works. There's no secrets with each other. There's no hidden nothing. I can have a conversation with somebody and my partner will know the kind of conversation I'm carrying on with that person and can repeat it from 5,000 miles away from me without even being present, being physically present, and repeat everything that was spoken about now. And this is the kind of relationship that energetic relationships are all about now. And there's no secrets, there's no lies, there's no manipulation, there's just authenticity. We share our life and our life experiences, and we say what that is authentic about us, that has happened in our life, and there's no judgment. As I say, you will know because of the bat. You could tell in the space of 3 seconds what somebody really intention really is. If you are aware and awake now, you do this one gonna go off like a fire siren inside of you. Because if you're listening deeply, you can tell what they're about. You can. So I say to you today, beautiful souls, don't rush to get in relationships now that you know what you know. No, take your time. Get to learn you first begin, and know who you are. And whenever somebody is interested or you interested in someone, learn the truth of who they are by interacting, by using your beautiful senses that the universe has given you to discern, because you don't want to end up in a sexual relationship that is just a germ, because so many people on this planet here haven't worked on themselves, but they want to sleep with other people. And what happens there is through sexuality, a lot of their dis-ease can be passed on to you, because you're making a connection, is the male merging with the female and the female merging with the male, and they're making an energetic connection. And if they have not worked on themselves, what you find is all the people that they sleep with, all their emotions and all the different distortion that they have not worked on themselves and clear out from their shadows, when they're now transmuted to you. I had to do this work, I am celibate, going on 3 years this year. And I can tell you, when I see some of the emotions that arise from me, that is not who I am. You really need to be very, 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 very careful with who you sleep with and who you give your energy to. This is the thing with energetic connections now. You don't risk putting yourself with somebody because you don't want to be alone, or You want to look like everybody, you want to get married, you want to have kids. You don't put yourself through that. Somebody was saying to me last night that on Instagram, I was listening to her and she was saying to me that her grandmother couldn't have kids until she was 40 something, and she was married twice and didn't have kids for the two gentlemen that she was married to, because one was a cheater and the other one, his family convincing that she was never going to have babies for him, so it made no sense staying in a relationship. And on the third marriage, and because she was 40 something, I think it was 45 or something like that, and the husband was 60, they thought, well, he was okay with not having children because he had kids from his first marriage, and she didn't have any, and she thought, it's okay to be his wife with his kids, is not a problem. And lo and behold, she ended up with 3 children at the age between 40 and 45. She ended up with 3 children with this man, who was the person who speaking about her grandmother. And I use this as an example to say that, hey, when you're energetically connected to who you're supposed to be with, the universe aligns you to everything, because you are a vibrational match to the individual that you are. And because she chose herself in the first 2 marriages to not stay in any one of them, one to be abused by adultery and the other one abused by family members, and she chose to move on with her life and be open to meeting somebody else and healing herself before even trying to get married and all of that. She was aligned to having 3 children with the man who was supposed to be in her life energetically, and they grew old together, had the children have children, so their grandchildren, and have your grandchildren have great grands and all of that. So this is what an energetic connection really is. It's a deep, deep thing. It's not like, in the Matrix, everybody just hooking up with each other and sleeping with each other and all kind of things. You're not supposed to be there, and you're fussing and you're fighting and you're doing all kind of things. That's not a relationship to be in. You want to be in a relationship that is solely based on authenticity. Love, peace, and authenticity. And this is how you know he or she is one. You can tell. I can't get this. When I found out who was my partner, I was in a relationship. And I can tell you, the minute I merged with him in the ethers, before I got to know him and got to know who he was in the physical. Well, I knew who he was in the physical, I just didn't know who he was. I didn't know he was my partner, And I was in a relationship with someone, and it's the fastest I ever got a relationship. After being 7 months with somebody, and then coming to learn the truth of who I am, and leaving my body and meeting this beautiful human being like myself, it was very easy for me to walk away from this 7-month relationship, because I knew that was the truth of me now, and when I left my body, I felt his love inside of me. So all of that contributes to energetic connections. You feel that human being's love inside of you. It is just as you are. When I think about my partner, sometimes my heart is just sort of have these kind of fluffy feelings, and it's really, really beautiful. Fluffy, authentic feelings and tingles in my body, and so you feel beautiful. knowing about this person. You feel good knowing that, hey, this person have the same standard, virtues, principles. We won't be 100% the same, but we can learn our differences and still come together and complement our differences now. It's not a hard thing to do because I'm a very simplistic woman. He's very simple too. But we have differences in style. What I mean, he loves to wear a lot of jackets and stuff. And I like a lot of dress. I like simple things like this. I like, and I love how he dresses and stuff, and I can watch him and say, well, a band will go good with your flow, this haircut will suit you, that kind of thing. And I love dressing him up in his style, and making his style look more fresh. And hi, Anton, Grand Rising, beautiful. Thank you, darling. And so are you, beautiful king. And he likes my style and will compliment my style in the way that he feels that I need to tweak it a little bit. So, and we come together and we say to me, you could put on a little jewelry, you could put on a little this, or you could do that, or whatever the case may be. And I take it and it works for us uniquely. So this is what I'm saying, it is a relationship based on trusting and loving each other. It's really, 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 really deep, deep kind of love that no one else could get between. It's me nurturing him and him nurturing me, or him nurturing me and me nurturing him. Anyway, you take it, we nurture each other, and we always want the best for each other. We don't ever. If I gain something out of life, he's happy for me, and if he's gained something out of life, I'm happy for him. And if we gain something together out of life, we're happy for us, and this is an energetic relationship. There's no jealousy, there's no pulling, there's no tugging, there's no worrying. And even if it have disagreements, there's communication. There's not me sleeping away from him and I don't have that. There's always communication to resolve. I don't need to sleep away from my partner because I got upset. No. In fact, I don't even want that. I want us to resolve it so I could come back and snuggle up with him. It's not this malice and taking away yourself and all this. No. That's why it have to be an energetic connection. So you look for that for yourself. You're constantly, if you're dating, you're looking, basically, you're attracting. I don't like to say looking. You're attracting basically yourself. And if the person in front of you is not an attraction to you, leave that person alone, regardless of how beautiful it is, or what they give to you, leave that person. That's not for you. You will know what is for you. It will sound like you. He or she, I'm going to call it. He or she will sound like you. They'll have virtues like you. They'll want to support you. They will help you grow too. Hi, Kiyomi. Grand Rising, beautiful. Yeah, and they will sound like you. They will also help you heal certain aspects of you, and not to be afraid to be unapologetic with you. They will be straightforward with you, even if it hurts. They will tell you as it is, so that you can check yourself and look within yourself to see, yeah, boy, that really need to heal. So this is what an energetic relationship is about, and now that we know who we are, and and aware of who we are, we can discern who gets in the space now, who gets in our space, you know, especially for the ladies, I don't have anything against men, because men go through the same things that women do, but women are the ones on the planet most of the times are left with children that they have to raise on their own because of the type of men that we choose. Yeah, or because we don't want to be alone, So woman, you are the womb of life. You bring life onto this earth. So you're supposed to be very picky about who it is fertilizes those eggs that you have within yourself. You don't want no narcissistic man, no toxic person, nobody to do that. You know when you're going to bring on the earth? Horrors. So be very, very, very picky or discerning, because you have now that human beings are waking up. Be very discerning of who it is you take as a spouse, as a partner. That's why I say it's good. And don't talk about biological clock ticking and all that dotishness, no. A woman can get pregnant as long as she take care of herself and eat properly, exercise and stuff. She even could get pregnant all 60, 70 years old. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Take your time. Take your time and give yourself the best of who you are, because you deserve the best. Our Father, Mother, God is the best. So live it the best. It gives itself the best of everything. So give yourself the best of everything that you are. Beautiful. A reflection, a truth, the truth of who you are. You're not settling for crumbs here at all. As we wake up authentically to ourselves. No. You understand? We're not going to give our energy to bring plagues or pests, because we choose to put ourselves with plagues or pests who are narcissistic, a disease, and negative to us. And it is on this 5D timeline that we are living now, conscious and determined to give ourselves the best in every way for our life. Then you get to meet a beautiful soul who is a magnet of attraction for your life, the perfect reflection of yourself. I don't mean perfect, not perfect as in I am perfect, but perfect in the way that you accept your imperfections and all, your flaws and all, or things that you don't want to talk about. You understand? The perfect reflection of yourself, somebody who is open as yourself and can share their experiences, and you can share your experiences without judgment. So I hope this has helped a lot of you today, beautiful souls who are walking in the way of authenticity with yourself and living your divinity within yourself and honoring yourself in a way that no one or no thing outside yourself can persuade you to give your beautiful energy away unnecessary, but live authentically unto yourself and attract everything that you are beautiful unto yourself in every way. Once again, I am Infinite Elevation. Yeah! Consciously keeping high vibrational love frequencies alive on the planet abundantly. Because we real G's, yeah. We real genius. We real gods. No, elevation is the way to grow. And I mean elevation is the way to go in all areas in our life, because we trust ourselves and the process for our life. To have a beautiful, spectacular, awesome, magical, wonderful day, just as you are filled with infinite potential and beauty from the heart that projects in our reality and reflects back to ourselves in every way as blessings, miracles, and breakthroughs to the truth of who we are, worthy, divine kings and queens of 5D consciousness, living in reality, the truth of who we are. I love all of you. High vibrational. Woohoo! Yeah, energetically connected. 5D New Earth Stars. Have a beautiful day now.